life finder keeps Maiev up. It was going to be a close thing.
And healing, what? Get out of, no! No!
Triple stun again. Big flanks coming out from the Blaze.
It's a death metal, though.
Death metal into the double, triple kill.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the delay there. I had to do some setups and things came up I needed to deal with. So we are back into the grind here at 4 o'clock, starting with the third match casted tonight, which is going to be Rush B versus Reborn Knights Black. So another B East matchup. So we'll be getting to it. Here's the overview. Rush B had map pick. Going to the Spider Queen. Bans for Rush B was Braxis and Dragonshire, and bans for Reborn Knights Black was Sky Temple and Alterac Pass. Anywho, let's get started. On the blue side, we have Rush B, Dominator on the Anubarak, Fatlock playing Greymane, T lane on the Gul'dan, Greenwall on the Ariel, and Arcane playing Varian. On the red side, Reborn Knights Black, we have Rabid Penguin on the Jaina, the Piemaker playing Raynor Solskito, playing Stukov, Crafty Devil on the Leoric, and Phantoms on the Raynor. Or sorry, Phantoms on the Johanna. I get those messed up. Oh well, doesn't matter. Nubrak going in and see if they can get the pick off on the Raynor, but instead is going to lose both the Nubrak and Ariel nice and early in this matchup, so 2 kills immediately for Reborn Knights Black. Pressure being applied by Arcane there, but it's going to be countered by Leoric. And Piemaker going to quickly make this rotation down to the bottom camp and get this pushing up. You know, this thing is underestimated on how much value you can get early, especially, and even into the late game. It can be an effective tool to stall out objectives on all kinds of matters of things. But we're going to see Rush B realize that Raynor's probably on this camp, is now going to apply a ton of pressure. But the full rotation coming in, and it looks like Dominator is the one taking too much damage. In fact, this is going to be a 3-man kill. All those gems lost. Big victory there for Reborn Knights Black. So they get their gems reset, which is a bad spot to be in. And that's just like, okay, well, we get a free camp then, both in the bottom lane and in the mid lane. As we have turn-in quickly approaching with our wave clear heroes. On the side of Reborn Knights Black. 5 gems off. Basically a wave and a half. Well, 2 waves. It's 2 waves. 3 collected there. Rotation coming out. Gonna see if they can land onto Ariel, and they do manage to get it. The heal's gonna come out though. Silence wasn't quite in a position to stop that from happening. It did initially though. Reborn Knights Black gonna make the rotation into the mid lane, see if they can pressure this out, but right now what they're mostly concerned about is getting in that early turn-it. 22 though on Crafty Devil, so he's has to find himself a window. Good pressure coming out in the mid lane onto 3, Phantom, Mosquito, and the Pie Maker. So Crafty looking for it. Arcane going for the stall, but might have cost himself a kill here, and he does. Gonna be more gems lost. And almost guaranteed to turn in here. They might be able to stall it out, but Anubrak doesn't go for it. Gonna try to push out bottom lane, which has been taking quite a bit of pressure because of that camp play, the kills. Doing really well. This mid camp is getting cleared out. Mage minion is gone, so now it's full damage. There's some focus on trying to clear up the mid lane so it'll at least pressure the wall. That's going to get fast cleared, but top lane is the major concern here, as it is the boss lane, which opens up win conditions. So bottom fort goes down due to the fact that Varian's just not fantastic at clearing waves. Especially not C-Smash Varian. This is going an interesting build though. I do like Lion's Maw into Lionheart. It gives it plays to that fast in, fast out play style that I like about C-Smash Varian. Good pressure being applied. Dominator is going to go down again. The Rainer is just punishing that play, that aggressive play from Anubrak constantly. And now that's going to turn into another 2 kills. Perhaps the 3rd, but looks like Gul'dan's going to be able to walk away. Camp again goes to the side of Reborn Knights Black. Gems mostly reset again on the side of Rush B. They just can't catch a break. 10s are almost in range. Second turn-in is now available. And that's going to be the focus here of Reborn Knights Black. And that is it. Turn-in is here. Okay, we're gonna have dinner in a few hours. You get yourself a granola bar. There's a great Entomb, gonna be a conversion kill onto the Ariel, caught out. So, top web Reaver with that kill, pushing in with 10, seeing if they can get the keep. They don't have to. This is still rapid turn-ins into into massive map control. They will be behind on the next turn in, but honestly, Rush B only has one available anyways, and now T-Lane is in huge trouble. That silence off the Entomb is actually going to kill Arcane. He goes down. They do manage to snake out there and grab those gems as they need them. But as we can see right here, it's not far, you know, it's 20 gem lead for Rush B. But they're just getting enough for turning. Reborn Knights Black doesn't want to. Just give me a second. And so the counter aggression finally coming out from Rush B, seeing if they can secure a kill here, but things are just going not well for them in the team fights, and we can see the pressure coming in. That's going to be 2 more kills, 12-0. Reborn Knights Black really putting the pressure onto Rush B here in a demoralizing fight, and this is going to be keep. And if they're feeling super confident, this could be the end of the game. I don't think they're going to go that far. In fact, with Blessed Shield missing and the fact that they can't secure the kills onto Ario or Greymane, probably just going to have to back up here. Flailing Swipe coming out early. I actually think that might have been a bit of a misplay. Now the engagement can come through, and that's going to be a kill on a Rabid Penguin. I don't think he peels out of this. The Pie Maker might get him out. The slows might be enough, and actually it was. They do manage to squeak away. But barely. Reborn Knights Black in a commanding lead here. Oh, 14-11. There's no talent parity. Just a turn-in possibility for Rush B. But they're going to get zoned out because, again, they don't have talent parity. Catapult's going to start pressuring out the top lane. And in fact, we get a rotation coming in from Gul'dan to deal with it. Mid lane pressuring out. With a quick, rapid rotation to the top lane to see if they could get something done there, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. They're trying to leverage this 13 advantage into some sort of macro victory. And they do get the mid keep, you know, from the last big play. But they are still significantly ahead on that front. But Ario is going to get here and sneak in this turn in without Reborn Knights Black able to see it. And a good stall there keeps him out of the way, but unfortunately, I don't know if he's going to get out of this. We'll see. Here comes the Entomb, I think. Yep. And there's the Aegis, and it was enough to keep him alive. In fact, the kill comes out onto Stukov as the flank is great from Rush B. And with this turn-in plus kills, things might start turning around for them. They do find a third kill and a lot of gems lost on the side of Reborn Knights Black. That's going to be another kill onto Crafty Devil, making that a 4-0. Rush B, finally. With one keep down, they can still turn this around. This all, especially if they drop ports here, they'll get the trickle experience. They'll get the gem count and positioning they need to actually start getting back into this game. Respawn is almost up. So interesting play by Greenwall. Gets the turn in. Baits the engagement, which allows this team to secure the flank. Hyperion's going to come in and help clear this out. It does quite a bit of damage to this Weaver Wave, so they realize they can't really get anything else done with that. Pushing up onto the keep is probably risky business and is most likely not going to turn into what they want. So they're going to rotate here down into the bottom lane and put pressure on the fort. Top lane should claim that fort on its own, but the engagement with another Entomb onto 2 with the silence is going to secure 2 kills. That's the rest of their gems gone. That means there's no extra turn in on the side of Rush B, whereas they still managed to hold on to enough gems on the side of Reborn Knights Black that they can get another turn in here. Now, it looks like with the 2 kills, they're just going to go for the end. Yeah, I feel like that's a risky play and not okay. The death timers are too low. And the time it took them to get to that point was too long of a run. They're going to steal a mid camp again, which is good. That'll apply pressure. They could just back out. I think that whole time they wasted, they could have probably burned a boss, but... C'est la vie. So Anubarak gets the cocoon onto Stukov, and then the initiation is there Fear to keep everybody off of the defense. Now Rabid Penguin's a bit of trouble. Gramian's going to see if he can pressure him out. The slow comes out. Might be enough, and 2 is actually very well placed to keep him alive just a little bit longer, but it's not quite enough. The turn-in does happen, though. But those are 2 kills for Rush B. They're really finding ways to get back into this game. And getting 2 kills right then and there off the turn-in is exactly the kind of play that they need to make. Not much you can do as Reborn Knights Black, as these 2 bottom lanes are going to get immediately cleared out. They're going to try to escort this, but the flank possibilities are too great. Staggering more deaths is not going to do them any favors. So it's basically a free clear. So that is all of Reborn Knight Black's. Reborn Knights Black. Turn it. Almost all their gems. They're still only at 22. Whereas we are at 48 of 55 for Rush B. Bottom lane being cleared up to push up, but they're going to be able to clear that out pretty quickly. Any further aggression without the Jaina is a bit risky. We still see the race to 20 in the hands of Reborn Knights Black. Greenwall looking for that turn in now that they finally have it. The stall is going to come out from Phantoms. But it just doesn't look like Reborn Knights wants to take this fight yet. Although I'm completely wrong. There goes a Blessed Shield right onto Greenwall. Drops the heal, survives through it. Phantom's getting hit hard with the counter pressure. But he's able to sustain back up using the Stukov. The silence comes out underneath the Aegis, which means Dominator in a bad spot, but he might still be able to burrow Art out. He has 2 seconds on it. He's going to see if he can walk out. Crafty Devil staying right on top. He does get the kill. And that's going to be Arcane also trying to peel out, but these things have gone from bad to worse for Rush B. And all of that work they put into it, the level 20s finally come through. They get 2 kills off of it. They're going to push in this bottom keep. With those 2 deaths, I really do expect Reborn Knights Black to just make the core call here and now. They're just going to pressure up. Almost could have just walked around it, used the camp instead, pushed in and used Hyperion on the core, but here comes Cursed Bullet onto the Phantoms, but Fatlock is going to be slowed down. He's going to be able to walk out of that. He's going to die. And with another staggered death or 2, that's going to definitely put the nail in the coffin for Rush B in game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. But let's not count out Rush B. That was just 1 game, and they were definitely starting to make the comebacks happen. So we'll see if that changes in game number 2. As this is almost certainly, with those 3 catapults just about to hit the core, a guaranteed victory. GG. Here are your talents. Mostly standard picks, it looks like. Shattering Throw for the Johanna. Darkness Within? That's the new 16. Interesting. Those are your end of game statistics there. Gul'dan topping the charts in the damage. But the kills were not going their way most of the game. 7 deaths on Varian and the Nubrak. The frontline really getting punished by the Jane or Raynor combo, which is very common. Especially when you add a Leoric in there, it gets really difficult as a frontliner to stay alive. And Ariel is more focused generally on keeping these guys alive than they are keeping those guys alive. And that's the unfortunate truth. Anyways, we'll be right back for game number 2 in just a moment. Welcome back to game number 2. Rush B versus Reborn Knights Black. Just keep in mind things are going to swap around a bit. We had a bit of map positions swapping, all that kind of garbage happening. So pick is going to be by Rush B? No. That's incorrect. Just give me a second here. Okay, things are appropriate now. And I'll probably have to swap it again by the next one, so. Oh well, anyways, we're going to get right into the game. Without further ado. On the blue side, we have Reborn Knights Red now. I don't know why anyone hasn't figured out how this is supposed to work at this point in in the league. It's just so weird. The Pie Makers on Lee Main, Crafty Devil on the Blaze, Solskito on the Ana, Rapid Penguin on the Greymane, and Phantoms on the Garrosh. On the red side, we have Rush B looking for the Equalizer, TL Lane on the Jaina, Dominator on the Uther, Fatluck on the Vala, Greenwall playing the ETC, and Arcane is on the Imperius. But yeah, I mean, 7 seasons in, end of the season, and we still have teams swapping sides on map pick. Boggles my mind. Well, just basic rotations here. Interesting comp from Rush B. Solo Uther healer with the double beefy front line. Double beef, haha. Imperius TC. So it's not like a double support comp by any means, just a heavy front line. So there are 2 squishy, aggressive backliners, Vala and Jaina. Camps picked up on both sides. Dominator pinging Siege Camp. You can get that out soon. Ball is going to come in and give him a hand. No one's soaking in the mid lane. Top lane's being cleared out. ETC is going to go grab that mid soak. Jaina's going to go top. ETC is not going to grab the mid soak.
We've redesigned our tree glove protectors for combat in the Nexus. Prepare to begin field testing.
Blaze Imperius still fighting it out in the bottom lane. Imperius is going to win those 1v1s where they're not minions standing around. Also, this is post-patch, so new protector. It'd be interesting to see how much more siege damage we get out of it. Health is increased, so it should be able to stand up a little bit longer. Huge 3-man stun. That delay adjustment with Blaze. Looking more effective, I'd say, at landing those big stuns. He does try to go for that one, but unfortunately it doesn't land. And puts him into kind of a bad spot. There is one downside to the faster cast time. Well, I guess as soon as you initiate it, it's over with no matter what. So, with the single kill on the board, we're going to see a 35% channel so far. Thing is ticking up nice and quick, about 2 points a second or more. Good throw by Phantoms is going to secure the kill, and that's going to make the conversion hop back over. Siege Camp's still pressing in the top lane, though it's just one. But left to their own devices, those Siege Camps can be pretty nasty. Arcane stepping in probably unnecessarily, and it might cost him more than a bit of his health bar, but he does manage to step away. Healing camp is available. Rapid Penguin's going to feel like he needs to go in here, but with that double stun, with the flank from Crafted Devil, that's going to be the kill he's looking for. And with that, with 2 turrets plus a healing camp, 50% on the shrine, it's kind of hard for me to see a way that maybe even a 3rd kill. Very close. That this doesn't end up being a first protector for Reborn Knights Black. So big stuns from the Blaze, really forcing things out. That's 2. All 3 items were used to secure this. I feel like that might have been a little unnecessary. I don't think they really needed to drop all 3. But they do get 2 more kills off of it, and things not looking good for Rush B in the early game yet again. The 2nd game in a row. So Protector getting work done, still has a good portion of its health left. It's going to be able to grab that, no problem. Well, Mosh Pit into Ring of Frost might secure 2 kills. But it's ETC, Vala, and Uther that die instead. And now Jaina goes down. The question on how he lived in that instance is a really good one. But kind of one of those things where Ana is good and keeps you alive in those situations. Especially if she dropped, which I doubt, Nano onto Greymane. I can't keep him alive. It's just not a great Nano target. Much prefer to throw that on the Li Ming. So, good throw from Phantom's gonna put Dominator up forward. He takes a lot of damage though from both Greymane and Li Ming. And has to step away as he can't find the engagement he was looking for off of that throw. Hello, Gon. So, it's that time again. Who gets the healing camp is the question. Dominator setting up. Sleep comes out on ETC, but no one's really in position to stop this from happening. Despite having a talent advantage, the rotation was still better for Rush B, so they're going to secure that extra item, and that can make a big difference.
A new terminal will be ready shortly. Access terminal online. Secure it to activate the protector.
So initial channel is going to go in favor of Rush B. Big damage coming out onto Blaze. He doesn't actually get the chance to drop his combustion before he goes down, but they do trade out Vala. Healing item, though, might be the saving grace. Lots of pressure coming in onto Rush B. Piemaker looking for that kill onto Dominator, but doesn't quite get the reset he's looking for. And all turrets, all healing items have been captured. This top fort looks like it's going down as there's not a whole lot available for Rush B to deal with the Greymane damage onto the structure. And so channel will now flip over to Reborn Knights Black, but they do have a chance here to bring this back. Both teams are low on heroics. We're going to see a siege camp capture to try to catch them up a little bit more in experience. So 71% converted. Siege camp is pushing up into a catapult. Fatlock is in a positional problem, and that's going to be a kill. Go for the throat being used. No, not being used. Just the regular dive. Secure the kill. But Li Ming going in for that secure also dies. ETC is going to drop. Arcane doing his best to kill Greymane in this exchange. But Greymane gets out and can start poking away. And I think this is a lost objective here for Rush B as 16's come into play. Healing cap is going to be snagged by Reborn Knights Black. And that's going to be Protector number 2 going towards them as well.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Pressure being applied to the Pie Maker drops to literally 3 health. Before the regen kicks in and a heal comes out from Anna. Very close to a kill there. 16's right on the cusp. For Reborn Knight, or for Rush B. They do finally hit it. This auto attack build. Well, I did not realize that was the case. Why go Seething Hatred if you're going to go for the auto attack build? Seems quite odd to me. Good pressure out from. That's the power of the new protectors, guys. It's secure fort pretty much on the top lane. Second protector, you know, gets that bottom lane fort, and that means third protector goes right on to keep. And at that point, we're getting into the late stages of the game. People saying the new protector is an end game thing, but it is also a great comeback mechanic, as it will chew through this fort. Especially if they can find a way, Rush B, to get a couple kills and get some siege damage in that bottom lane. They can definitely turn. They still have plenty of time to turn this game around, despite being massively behind Reborn Knights Black in this second game. And Reborn Knights Black doing their best to give them nothing. They don't want to be split from each other very long, so they're not really allowing themselves to get too spread out. Only one ever being split at any time. Well, and then I say that. And now it's going to be Blaze that might be the focus, but it looks like they're just interested in clearing up this camp. And because of that, Reborn Knights Black is going to say, well, that top rotation gives us priority on the bottom lane. So we're just going to see if we can get some siege damage done. He's got to watch out for that ETC. The power slide comes through. He does miss. But they get a tower. And that's going to help propel them faster to level 20. While Blaze continues to double soak. And now the healing camp is available. Now this is an engagement, though, that Rush B is going to be looking for, although they are not traveling together, and the rotation priority is definitely in favor of Reborn Knights Black. They're going to see that this has been focused, but without Dominator up here, it's just a scary prospect. And now 20s are almost here. Like, Reborn Knights Black doesn't even want to fight. Like, they don't want them to get this, but they also don't want to fight because they want 20s. Now it looks like they might have caught someone out. Arcane looking like he's gonna go down here, and that is a big kill. It's gonna put this game into a bad spot even further for Rush B. So they're going to allow percentage to tick because they don't have 20s yet. So we're going to see the rotation mid-top while Imperius gets up. They should be able to rotate down here just in time to basically contest during 99%. So it doesn't look like they're trying. In fact, now Reborn Knights Black say, well, we can end this game if we get Protector and we're taking down Keep Walls. The B call comes out. They're going to clear up this wave. 20s is going to come in. Are they going to be able to make it down here in time? I don't know. That ticker is so fast. It looks like they're going to have to give this up. Yeah, 95%, 98, 99. That is the Protector. Well, this is a scary position for Rush B to be in, as this thing does a massive amount of siege damage. 20s are finally in. Redemption, upgrade to Arcane Armaments, Farflight Quiver, Death Metal, and Icebrick. Seeing a huge engagement come out here, but it is Greenwall that appears to be in big trouble, and he's going to go down, but Death Mosh is going to secure the kill onto Greymane. Dominator's well going to go down, but he does have Redemption, so he's going to be back up at half health after getting a massive amount of healing done. This keep is actually going to survive. The amount of damage they were able to do to the Protector was significant. Taunt's going to come out, but that's really just going to put a lot of pressure on the Garrosh, and Phantom's just barely escaping with his life. Level 20 is coming in at the exact right time for Rush B, prevents the bottom keep from going down and keeps them in this game. They are still significantly behind structurally. Next objective in the middle is definitely going to get a lot done, especially for a level 20 Protector. Mid-fort gone. They really cannot afford to allow this to go past the next objective. Unless they get it, of course. So, are we going to see a fight over this? Yeah. ETC is not yet here. Neither is Greymane. So, feeling like it's maybe a little bit risky with ETC having priority positionally. They're going to back off and allow Rush B to pick up the turret. Phantom scouts it out, realizes they're all there, doesn't really want to pull the trigger on this healing camp. Neither does Rush B. They're just trying to see who is going to force the engagement. But instead of just sitting there, Rush B is going to go for the camp, which is going to help out their top lane. Bottom still concerned with the catapults. Throw onto ETC. He almost lands a mosh pit and it actually goes to full cooldown. But the kill on Blaze is a huge play for Rush B. Reset's coming in, but the Death Mosh is the target, and that means it's a deadly Ming. It's the first time in this game a team fight goes in a positive light for Rush B. And that's going to allow them to clean up their lanes and get things pushing in their direction for once.
A protector is almost ready. Access its terminal when I bring it online. Red team has destroyed the fort. Terminal activated. Take control of it.
Bottom lane finally being cleaned up by Rush B. But they're going to swap over who has it for an extra item. That's 3 turrets to 0. As I think that they managed to steal a turret off and or got a drop out of Reborn Knights Black. Pressure being applied in the mid lane. Once again, there goes the first turret. Just trying to zone them off of this. And it's going to do exactly what it was designed to do. It will get poked out here eventually. No more turret. Turret 2 is going to be dropped. Actually, turret 1 from the side of Reborn Knights Black. Mosh Pit was attempted, but doesn't quite get the kill, but it is enough to secure the kill onto Greymane with the follow-up damage that came out after it. You just got to stall them in place long enough for the abilities to come out. And that's 2 kills. Rush B. Looks like they're going to get their first protector of the game. Late game protectors like this are real problems. They're just going to push down mid lane, it looks like, as that's the shortest path to victory. With 2 dead, they can make a pretty significant push, but they're not even going to do that. They're just going to go to top lane where the fort was already taken by that camp. They don't have a wave up here, whereas they did have one in the mid lane. That catapult's going to keep that pressure up on that lane indefinitely. Dominator getting flipped over, but the shield coming in from the protector is significant. That's going to put a lot of pressure onto this top keep. They're just going to take it right out. Now we're going to get double catapult pressure coming out. While the protector looks to end the game, this late into the game, it does a ton of siege damage. And looks like it might just be enough. Rush B coming from behind after a game where they were losing significantly so. Getting that late game protector and finding the victory. GG. All right, we're going to be putting this to a small break while I set up game number 3. Stay tuned. Sorry about the delay, guys. Getting into game number 3. Here we go. Overview. Things are swapped around again. Reborn Knights Black is back on the right side in the red. Rush B gets map pick. This is going to be the game. Let's see who wins this one. On the blue side, we have Rush B. Dominator on the Hanzo. Fatlock playing Johanna T-Lane. On the Varian, Greenwall playing Uther. Off lane, we have Arcane on the Mal'Ganis. On the other side of the map, we have Reborn Knights Black, Rabbit Penguin on the Greymane, Sosquito on the Anduin, the Piemaker playing Kira, Phantoms on the Garrosh, and Crafty Devil playing Falstad.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To arms.
There's your talent picks. Sorry about that. Apparently wasn't getting it right on the money. Well, big engagement coming up from the Varian pre-4, which is always a scary prospect. Is going to cost him his life. And for the third game in a row, it's going to be first blood from Reborn Knights Black. So a little bit of pressure being applied here in the mid lane. Or bottom lane. With the camp pickup after that kill. Both teams going for their camps. We'll see if anybody stalls it out appropriately.
I shall purge your evil from this land.
Well, there's your initiation from Kira. Looking for that stun off of it, but it's not there, Immortal, so not going to work that way. But health bars are really low on the side of Rush B, so they're going to have to step back and give Reborn Knights Black a little bit of priority here. That's going to be burn for them. Top lane got a lot of pressure onto that wall. Falstad's going to split down here and deal with this, but it's a slow clear, so he's not going to save that tower. But First Immortal is definitely going to go to Reborn Knights Black. And every early game so far in all 3 games has definitely gone their way. Highmaker re-engagement there is a little bit questionable, but he is able to heal off of his fatal wounds. Garrosh trying to step up, taking quite a bit of damage, but he is the heal up, no problem. Anduin is very good at it. But it looks like Rabid Penguin is in trouble. He's going to get tossed out by Phantoms. Very good play. So, Fortune Mortal does decent. Takes down front wall, almost that bottom well, although they didn't snipe that well. I would like to see a couple auto attacks go that way. And the fort is remaining standing. And a good play with a bit of an over-aggressive Greymane is definitely going to get the kill there. Good stun chains. The camp's still going to go to Reborn Knights Black, though. But the 1 kill is a very big victory for them there. And here comes a big initiation to the bottom lane. Great plays by Mal'Ganis, getting right where he needs to be, but the kill doesn't come through. But the throw there, I'm not sure was very helpful. Lane does take a lot of damage, but no kills. Meanwhile, Falstat's working here on the Immortal. But the rotation, because of positioning, is better in favor of Rush B. So they're probably going to win that race, although the engagement now coming through. They might be able to stall this out or find some kills. T-Lane is super low. And Arcane is also a little bit left behind. He's going to try to get out. He does use his tools to get out. And they're going to be resume poking this out. Reborn Knights Black now significantly behind on the race.
Victory through righteousness.
So pretty close race. Tends to come into place for a good cursed bullet. Does land on Dominator, but it is Kira who gets caught out in a bit of a stun chain. And so more successful on this end for sure is Rush B, able to grab that fort with a no shield Immortal, which was very good for them. Now the invade onto this camp could be risky. The fly comes in from Falstad, plus a light bomb. This could be dire for Rush B. A little bit over aggressive, maybe a little arrogant, thinking they can grab that. T-Lane's gonna try to get away here, but with Kira landing the E, it's very unlikely he will. And that's a 3 for nothing. And now the counter steal is gonna happen here on the camp. And while they might rotate a couple people up here to deal with it, there's really not a whole lot these two can do. Though we might see the Dragon Arrow come out. No, they don't go for it. But Reborn Knights Black kind of re-establishing themselves back in this game with those kills. An overextension there by Rush B.
I shall land in a moment.
This is Div B East, Cubico. And this is Reborn Knights, or Rush B versus Reborn Knights Black. We're in Game 3 as a 1-1 series.
You and all your servants in hell will cower before me. Our battle cannot remain here.
So good lane pressure coming out from Reborn Knights Black is going to force them to respond. That gives them a window, but a huge 4-man Dragon Arrow, but the gust coming out just in time to save them as no one was in position to take advantage of that massive arrow. That was full duration, full length, 4 or 5-man stun. That was an insane arrow. Throw coming in on Arcane, but the stun doesn't come out, and immediately the D-shields pop too as well, which allows him to get some good backline pressure. Now Greymane in a tight spot. He might go down here if he doesn't find his way out. Carrion Storm's going to come out and secure the kill onto Greymane. Hanzo's going to finish off the Falstad. Now Rush B is in a commanding lead when it comes to this team fight, and is now going to get a very healthy shield on this Immortal. And lucky for them, they're going to be able to push down this lane, which has been prepped really well by this Khazar camp. The Khazar camp got a lot more value than you'd expect in some cases. Okay. Laying it out so they can get kind of like a re-health spawn on everyone. Full mana, full health. Not a bad play. A huge shield. Siege damage is a bit low of Hanzo Varian, but it's not terrible. Big 2-man stun might be enough to pick off the Pie Maker, but with the leap of faith and the follow-up damage just not quite on the right target, he walks away. But this Immortal still has a shield on it. There's not a lot of great poke damage coming out from Reborn Knights Black, but they do find the kill on Dominator, and that's probably going to stop the aggression from Rush B. Immortal's going to get good damage onto the keep, but it's not going to get much more than that. So essentially a good defense by Reborn Knights Black. Falstad's going to burn his fly top, help clear out this lane, which means the 5-man is going to have no problem, well, 4-man is going to have no problem here cleaning up this camp and walking away. It won't get much done, but it does remove it from the field. Falstad better watch out for a rotation. And it looks like he's not being mindful of that yet. He does eat himself away there. He doesn't want to get hit by a Blessed Shield.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
And with 16s, it does look like we're going to see Rush B perhaps attempt this again, but feeling maybe a bit gun shy. They're not going to do it, as it did cost them significantly last time. Instead, they're just going to push up the lane and walk back to get their own camp.
I am on my way, mortals. Repent before my wrath, demon.
So, here we are, looking to burn down the Immortals and get a good position here.
I must take up a new position.
Mortal Race going in favor of Rush B again. As they are the faster ones to rotate. We are going to see a big defense come out from Reborn Knights Black here, but a huge stun from Dragon Arrow slows down the aggression. They do get the kill on Johanna, but it is Greymane that goes down here. Although Greenwall and T-Lane are in trouble here, the final does finally get the kill. Final strike. And that is going to secure it. We're going to see Gust come out, Fly Gust. And it looks like Dominator's in big trouble here. He's going to go down. T-Lane doing his best to just burn this Immortal Shield off, as they're pretty much given up the fact that they're going to lose it. But look at this bottom lane is in big trouble. Top lane still has a Bruiser camp that has to be dealt with, which is what Mal'Ganis is going to do. But objective is definitely going to be going in favor of Reborn Knights Black. They will eventually burn this down. Greymane's going to clear out the bottom lane so they don't lose the keep. And things are basically back to even, with a maybe slight advantage to Reborn Knights Black with the fact that they got this Immortal. It's a 17-minute Immortal, so it should definitely be a bit tougher than it has been, but it's a small shield. Rush B did at least mitigate some of that pressure with that, so this doesn't guarantee core. Doesn't even guarantee keep if the defense is good enough. Batlock stepping up. They're really looking to get some pre-damage onto this thing. They don't want it to be hitting walls when they start taking the shield down. And they did a really good job of actually doing that. No punishment really coming out from Reborn Knights Black. Walls are a little slow going down, so they're not finding any good angles to get an aggression out. Mal'Ganis already dropping Carrion Swarm, but I mean, Rush B already did what they needed to do. They discouraged engagement and burned down the Immortals simultaneously. And with that defense, I'd say is pretty significant advantage here for Rush B, at least as far as who's got the access to a win condition. D-Shield comes out off the Mal'Ganis, keeps him alive. They get the kill onto Kira. Greymane's going to go down, and this is just a terrible turn for Reborn Knights Black. In fact, this fight could go very bad. But Gus being burned, it means that this probably means the bottom keep's going to go down. And if they'd lost more there, that could have been the end of the game. So the Gust, I think, was what saved them. I think in the end, without that, if they lost one or two more heroes there, that could have been a game. And now we're going to see them siege this bottom keep. I mean, this still could be very well a core call. It might be risky, but it could be. Yeah, it looks like they're not going to risk it. I think is the right call. Gust is down, but only for a few more seconds, and respawn timers are short enough in this instance where they finally set up to assault. But even before that, you know, maybe instead of going out and clearing and all that kind of stuff like that, they probably could have perhaps just gone for core after those kills.
There is no escaping my justice.
So, again, positioning favors Rush B. They're going to get right onto this and start burning it down. Reborn Knights Black looking to see if they can mount some sort of defense, but 20s is almost in favor of Reborn or Rush B as well. So, again, good early game for Reborn Knights Black is not converted into a victory here in the late game. And great 4-man taunt, but the Gust anti-synergy might have cost him his life. There goes Garrosh. Kira comes in, but doesn't get the final strike. Does land on the Fatlock, but 20s is going to come through. Falstad goes down to the Mal'Ganis, who's beating up the backline. She does get the kill with the bleed damage onto Johanna. Did Johanna not pick up her 20s? Yeah, so unfortunately our speed didn't pick up the 20s, so Indestructible was not procced. But that's going to be another immortal for Rush B.
We stand victorious.
2-for-1 trade. That's a huge shield. I'll help you in a second, okay? You'll just have to wait. In a minute.
The heavens
Almost
shall
done.
triumph this day. I will bring down the gates of hell.
Well, there is some pressure coming out there in the mid lane. So pretty good defense so far by Reborn Knights Black. They won't save the keep, but they will probably save the game. As long as they don't die here, they should be fine. Two keeps to no keeps, but as long as they can stall out to the next objective,
Rest for a time.
it is not yet over for Reborn Knights Black. They're gonna make this rotation down here. See if Rush B realizes it and goes for the aggressive play. Also, PSA announcement. This will be the last cast tonight. I have some things I have to take care of here at the house. Dinner and other things like that. I was going to do a fourth one, but it took me a little bit longer to get through these three than I thought. I won't be able to hit the 6 o'clock end time in the next cast. So that is the unfortunate truth. I do apologize, Cubico. I am going to sign up for those next. I'm going to go claim the BXA, and it looks like they're going right for core here. I wasn't quite expecting this play. And to throw onto Johanna, it's going to get things started. I was a big wind tunnel. Is going to put him in the corner here. Dominator's going to die. This was not a huge light bomb, though. Might be enough. The invulnerable comes out. Dominator staying alive just a little, or Greenwall staying alive just a little bit longer. I don't even think he meant to put that on himself, as he does have redemption. But the fight actually goes in favor of Rush B. They get 2 kills for 1. Even though it was Hanzo that went down, the ability to brawl in a corner apparently was much more in favor of the self-sustaining heroes like Varian, like Mal'Ganis, and Johanna for that matter. As Indestructible, I don't even think was procced. So in the end, that was a good fight for Rush B, despite losing Hanzo nice and early off of an epic gust, which was even called out there. Catapults on the core, though they do have at least a counter catapult that'll help push this out. Reborn Knights Black are in a spot where they can maybe start putting some pressure onto the Immortal, but they elect to clear this out. Buy themselves a little bit more time. Can you help him put his damn thing back on? So that's halftime show. And bad positioning for Reborn Knights Black. They really have to come over here and try to pick a fight now. Big wind tunnel right into his stun. Cleanse comes out, though, perfectly saving T-Lane. And now the Mal'Ganis gets the Carrion Swarm. He's full health on the backline. Sleep is going to hit. He's going to get right on top of the Pie Maker. But all he has to do is make space so they can get the Immortal through, because this Immortal comes through with a full health shield. That's going to be the end of the game. Huge stun, but it is going to be Johanna that dies here. They're just trying to do whatever they can to get this normal pushed out. D-Shield going to keep him alive. What is going on?
Our triumph brings order to this realm.
Okay, just leave it. Just leave it. I'll handle it. Devin can't do it. I'll do it.
Red team's core is under attack.
This is a full health Immortal with a full shield. This late into the game, going right onto core, I don't really know if there's a whole lot the Reborn Knights Black can do to stop this from ending the game, but they are doing a very good job of burning that shield down. Do we see in 3 seconds a big play of the game? Dragon Arrow Gust is going to come out, but it's not enough to keep T-Lane off of Solskito. But they do burn the shield down. There goes the play of the game. Lands right onto Solskito. He drops the light bomb to stay alive, but dies before it can go off. Phantoms goes down. That's going to be another kill onto the Pie Maker. And that's going to be the end of the game. GG. Immortal is the one that finished it off despite just about dropping there. So well done. Rush B pulls out the victory in game number 3 and takes a 2-1 over Reborn Knights Black, keeping their playoff dreams alive. There's your end game talents. There's your end of game statistics. All right, that's going to be it for me tonight. Like I said, I will get the BXA versus Miss Mosquito shots selected and probably about 3 other ones. And I'll pop back in here and do this probably tomorrow. Try to catch up a bit more on those replay casts. Thanks for everybody watching. If you haven't already, do so hit the follow button if you're feeling extra generous. Twitch Prime subs, regular subs, biddies, and of course the tip jar at the bottom are all very much appreciated. And yeah, anyways, thanks for showing up. I'll see if there's somebody to host. Otherwise, thanks so much. Have a great night.